It's not what you did in life that you'll regret, but what you didn't do. Think about it for a second. Many of us live our lives based on what we do or don't do tomorrow, next week, or at best in a month. Some people barely make ends meet, while others can barely make it through the week before starting again on Monday. Only some of us ever stop to realize the big picture and figure out what matters most. If this sounds like you have stumbled upon the perfect video for you. By the end of this video, you'll know everything makes a happy life. Here are 15 things in life you should put first in life if you want to get the most out of it. Welcome to Investing Alpha. Number 1, put yourself first. In your own life, no one is important than you. To no surprise, research has shown that being kind to ourselves and practicing self-compassion improves our well-being. You can't take care of your loved ones if you can't take care of yourself. Your health is the first priority here. If you're sick, it will affect your life and the lives of those around you, so put your physical, emotional, and spiritual health first. You should prioritize resting, sleeping, and spending time in healing environments. Number 2, your children. Time is priceless because once it's gone for good. You may think that you can put off spending time with your children to focus on your career for the time being. But the truth is that your kids will only be kids once. They'll never get back to the same age they are now. A missed opportunity is lost forever. Although having children is often seen as a necessary part of life, no one is obligated to have a family. There are alternative paths to adulthood, but if you choose this path, make the most out of it. Number 3, your partner in life. This is someone whom you'll spend the rest of your life with, through ups and downs, in sickness and in health. They will be an important part of raising your children. They will either hold you at night or leave you alone to sleep. Your partner is what you call home. If you can't do the first 3, you may as well forget about the rest of this list. When you're too preoccupied with being rich or famous and take your partner for granted, you might wake up and find yourself all by yourself in your $1 million home. 4th, business and income. The world is run by money, and everything gets more expensive each day. We can no longer pretend that money is not everything. Sacramento codes won't get the family dinner on the table. Watching this video will only help if you act on it. Without gas, a vehicle can only move downward. If you ignore your business or entrust it to people who can't execute your vision, things will quickly spiral out of control. Those who set their sights on success are more likely to achieve it. Everything you've ever wanted and all the ease your loved ones wish for is at your fingertips. It's time to stop putting things off and get down to business. Number 5, personal growth. Any tree that stops growing is slowly dying. And so are you if you don't get going. You aren't growing as a person, and that's to blame if you're constantly stressed out and feel like your life has no purpose. How long has it been since you last developed? Ask yourself, when was the last time you felt like you made a significant mental leap? When was the last time you woke up feeling as if each day was growing better than the one before? There is a direct link between how much time, money, and energy you put into growth and how successful, happy, and fulfilled you are. Spend money on yourself and find tools and resources that enable you to make wiser choices in the long run. 6th, personal freedom. Could you pack up everything you own and move to other side of the world tomorrow? Picture the experience. Then you are suddenly shaken by reality, right? Everything you have to take care of right now, including your work, mortgage, and rent, is holding you back. Reality sets in when you think you're free and realize you're not. You're locked up in a cage you built to yourself, and cages like this kill what's left of your identity. Suddenly, you are no longer who you are. Instead, what you do becomes who you are. To find out how free you truly are, you must be honest with yourself. That is your life's purpose. If you don't like the answer, you need to change it. Number 7. Investments and savings. Even if you're doing well financially, it's still possible for your business and personal life to come crashing down. Being paid a high salary is the key to being wealthy. You may build a fortune and retire early by investing your money and reaping the rewards without putting in any effort. Savings and emergency funds provide security even if you suddenly lose your job. Okay, so a vehicle run you over and you don't have insurance. How many months could you survive? The wealthy give this such a high priority that they put over half of their income into investments or savings. Number 8. Core relationships. Focus on quality, not quantity, when it comes to the most important things and closest relationships in your life. You only need a core group of 2 or 3 trustworthy friends to reach your goals. Facebook is failing as a social network because there are too many fake friends and not enough real friends. After 40, it's hard to find meaningful connections in a world where everything is shallow. You can't make new old friends, so keep the ones you have if they make life better. Number 9. Lifestyle decluttering. The more possessions you have, the more responsibility you take on. Your flashy car needs gas and regular maintenance. Your convertible has a leaking roof, and your wardrobe is stuffed with clothing, yet you only repeatedly wear the same 3 shirts. Rich people know that having as few things as possible makes you rich. Once you start decluttering your life, you'll discover a newfound sense of freedom and a lower stress level. 10th on our list are your long-term goals. Focus on the long-term vision more than what needs to be done this week. Because this week will eventually become next week and the next week after that. And before you know it, you're old and can't do much of anything, not even walk, much alone feel, smell, or see. Observe your life as if you were an architect designing a new structure. If it's well planned, it looks nice, flows well, and works as it should without any extra effort on your part. In the long run, you want to aim for a life like that. Number 11. Emotional and spiritual well-being. What good is the outside if the inside hurts so much? You've got the brains to see how one may affect the other. When we're emotionally stable, mentally sharp, and physically strong, we can do more, think outside the box, and resist the urge to give up. If you're at the point where you want to give up, you should shift your attention within rather than continue searching for the cause of your unhappiness outside yourself. Number 12. Network connections. With each step forward, we get a deeper understanding of the benefits of having a network. Even if all someone has is a network, it's only a matter of time before they get anything. Strengthen these connections over less important ones. The moment will come when they serve as a safety net of possibilities for you. We're almost at the end of the video. Number 13. Adventures. Pay close attention. A life not lived is a life that the universe wasted on you. Sometimes you can get your money back, get a new career, and move on from a previous relationship, but you will never get a do-over in this life. That's it. This is your only admission aboard the roller coaster of a life. So how do you plan on using it? Will you get on for a spin? Or will you spend the rest of your life and the predictability and comforts of teacups? Number 14. Your parents. Even if you were blessed with emotionally stable parents, you shouldn't expect them to be around for much longer. The bright side is that there is a simple solution to this problem, but it requires work on your part rather than theirs. The more you learn about your parents, the more you'll understand the environment in which they mature. And that's why you're doing this, for yourself. The more you learn about their backstory, the more you'll understand why they act the way they do. How you got along with your parents as a kid might tell you a lot about how to handle your own kids. Lastly, sustainable happiness. A lot of people mix up pleasure and happiness. People with less money tend to believe that buying a nice dinner would make them happy when in reality, it's only a temporary pleasure. We know many ridiculously rich people who can't buy pleasure anymore because they'd had too much of it. We also know folks who have far less than we do, yet feel contented with their lives. The more you do what makes you feel good, the happier you will be. Finding the sweet spot in your life's tempo, neither too fast nor too slow, is the key to long-term happiness. A place when all the lights turn green for you out there. You just have to know when to put your foot on the accelerator and when to pull over for a cup of coffee. Eventually, we hope you'll get there as well. As you may have figured out by now, all the priorities we've discussed can give your life more meaning and improve it. We feel happy when we have experiences that give us a sense of personal fulfillment and when we work for things more significant than ourselves. But no one will make these opportunities for you. You need to make them yourself by setting clear goals and priorities in life. The list continues. Wait, before you go, think about what other things in life you should prioritize that we didn't cover. Type it in the comments section so others can benefit from your experience. Thank you for watching. As always, we appreciate you joining us today. We'd be grateful if you gave this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel so you can watch our future videos, and hit that bell to notify you when we release anything new.